Security footage showed someone standing next to me, but nobody was there. I work at a small grocery store and usually close with one other employee. Last night it was just me and this guy, Jake, who has been working there longer than me. Around 10:45 p.m., the store was basically empty except for one older man slowly walking around the aisles with a basket. Jake told me he was going to the back to count some boxes and asked me to watch the front. A few minutes later, the old guy came up to the register with only one item, a loaf of bread. While I was scanning it, he asked me if we were closing soon, and I said yeah, in about 15 minutes. Then he looked over my shoulder, toward the back of the store, and said, "You should probably check on your friend back there." I asked what he meant, and he just shrugged and said he thought he heard someone calling for help. I figured he was just confused, but it bothered me enough that after he paid, I walked toward the back storage room. The lights back there were off, which was weird because Jake always leaves them on. I called his name but didn't hear anything, so I turned the lights on and looked around. Nobody was there. I checked the bathroom, the freezer area, everywhere. Nothing. So I went back to the front and the old guy was still standing near the door. Instead of leaving, I told him nobody was back there, and he gave me this really strange look and said, "Then who locked the door?" I turned around and saw the front. Door was locked even though I definitely hadn't locked it yet. My stomach dropped because Jake was the one who normally locked it from the inside, and the key was hanging on the wall behind the counter, where only employees could reach it. I grabbed the key and unlocked the door, and the old guy walked out without saying anything else. I tried calling Jake, but his phone went straight to voicemail. After waiting about 10 minutes, I decided to close the store myself. When I finally left and checked my phone again, I had a text from Jake that had been sent an hour earlier. It said, "Hey, I'm sick, so I went home early. Tell the manager tomorrow." The thing is, I never saw him leave the store, and if he had gone home early, then there's something I still don't understand, because when I checked the security footage later with my manager, it showed me working the register alone the entire night, and at 10:45 p.m. the camera caught the old man paying for his bread and looking over my shoulder and talking to someone standing behind the counter next to me, even though there was nobody there.